lot of the paramedics and EMTs that I revere have been through some form of childhood trauma. And as a paramedic who has been through childhood trauma, I would like to share my piece on the subject and how that affects not only my work, but my everyday life. If you haven't been through any childhood trauma, that's really, really good. But specifically, I'm speaking to those who have gone through childhood trauma and have a difficult time letting go, as do I. Now, when I was 14 years old, I found out that my mom had breast, kidney, and liver cancer. So she was a very stubborn woman, but I remember one day we were having an intervention for my mom. Not we, I'm 14, but my family members were having an intervention for my mom, and my aunt wanted to go to the bathroom, so we go upstairs, and she takes me in my room, looks me in my face, and I'm probably like 13 at the time, and she says, "Your mother's gonna die. You need to prepare yourself for that." Now I'm 13. At that time, I didn't really know how to prepare for it, but all you could do at 13 is sit and think about, you know, okay, well, what's it gonna look like when mom dies? What are we gonna do next? I would even find myself sometimes during disagreements with my mom thinking in my head like, all right, well, one day you're gonna die, so I should probably chill out. Or one day you're gonna die and I can go live with dad because my parents were divorced, right? Needless to say, she passed away, went to the hospital, saw her die, all that. At this point, I'm 14, and I remember my dad sitting me and my three sisters down, and we're having a conversation, and he goes, "Yeah, so it's official, your mom's dead." And I felt nothing, absolutely nothing. Shortly after that, like within a month span, I mean, fresh after the funeral, we moved down to North Carolina from Baltimore. Mind you, I don't know anybody here. My life just flipped upside down and then did an entire 180, me and my three sisters. And I remember having these moments where I felt neglected emotionally, and it's not my dad's fault. I'm not sitting there trying to bash my dad. He did a very great job. But I didn't have any like emotional support. And that carried over into a lot of the issues that I deal with right now, i.e. letting go, i.e. caring about what people think, i.e. not feeling valued, i.e. Women. I remember me and my dad were having a conversation, and he said, your mom's not here anymore, and I can't give you the emotional, support that you seek, so I can teach you how to be a man, but that's really just how the dice roll. And I took that and I ran with it. So for a very long time, emotions have scared a young nigga for real. Specifically with women, dude. And I mean, that's because whenever stuff gets too serious, the one person who had part in making me, that loved me, gave me unconditional love, right? Yeah, she's no longer here. Not only is she no longer here, that was completely out of my control. Completely. I couldn't have done anything about that. You feel me? So it's like you have something taken from you, especially when you can't do anything about it. Especially when no one, like nothing, no person took that from you. This is a disease of cells that just multiply like at a rapid rate. You feel me? And it's really, really hard to conceptualize that loss as a kid. So when that's your mindset, it's not the fact that you don't care. If anything, you ultra care. But it's like I'll shut out anything, any form of gratification, because if I attach myself to it, then I feel like it's only a matter of time before it goes away. And in essence, that is true. Like, that's life, But where it becomes a problem is when it gets to the point of self-sabotage. And that's really what I want to talk to y'all about. I was told as a kid by my dad, you have to let go. You have to let go of things that you cannot control. But I don't think that you can let go without an understanding. And for those those of you that are still battling with your childhood trauma, abandonment, or anything of the sort that makes it difficult for you to let go, what helped me was understanding that and reiterating in my head that what you're going through in this present moment is not the same thing as what you went through in that traumatic event. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the things where you have to learn how to separate that child that was hurt and abandoned and didn't feel like he had a voice or she had a voice from the now present adult who is able to make sound decisions and take care of themselves and love themselves. You get what I'm saying? And love other people. Like, we're healers. We're literally in a profession to save lives and help other people. And you gotta understand that if you don't let go and understand that what happened in the past was not in your control, and what is currently happening is also not in your control, but you can choose how you deal with it. I haven't really answered that yet, so when I do, then we'll make another video. But yeah, I hope that gave a little bit of insight, on how to deal with your inner child trauma.